What's up everyone, SnoopLoop7 here playing some Advanced Warfare, my first Call of Duty video in a long time, and I've just got a nice simple commentary for you today. The gameplay is a team deathmatch on the map Urban, and I go 16-2. I'm using the class setup with the BAL because why not, it's mad strong. But what I want to talk about is a tip that I think will help some of you out. It's definitely something that has helped me out, and I use it in this gameplay. It's part of the reason I only died 2 times on this map. Urban is obviously a small map. It's very chaotic. The spawns can get out of control because it's so easy to flip the spawns. There's a lot of close quarters, and it can be easy to end up with a lot of deaths. Trust me, I know from past experiences. But what you can do to minimize that, and the tip that I want to talk about, has to do with your playstyle and using your Exo Boost effectively. This is the first Call of Duty that has Exo Boosting, so naturally I feel like people want to use it a lot. It's exactly what the case was for me. As soon as I would spawn into the game or spawn in after a death, I was boosting as much and as fast as I could to get back into the action, get into more gunfights. And while that technically worked, what was actually happening is I was putting myself into bad situations and bad gunfights where I was at a disadvantage, and because I was using my boost to put myself into those situations, I then didn't have them available to get myself out, because after you use your boost, you have to wait a few seconds for them to be ready again, and in a fast-paced shooter like Call of Duty, a few seconds is a really long time. So that's what I mean by using your boost effectively and efficiently, because they're going to serve you best if you can use them to avoid gunfire and get yourself out of bad situations. If you're using them just to move around the map, I really feel like you're wasting them, and the reason I think this is because the maps are not bigger than they were in previous Call of Duties, and in those games, just running around places worked just fine for getting you back into the action quickly. So that's why I don't think you need to use your Exo Boost to move around the map, and I've found that I've played better when I've saved and waited to use them until I really need them. And that's why in this gameplay, when you're seeing me move around the map, I'm not just aimlessly boosting to the areas that I'm going. And I'm not saying it's always bad to boost a lot, because obviously it's going to depend on the playstyle you're going for. So if you have a submachine gun or shotgun and you're trying to be really mobile, then yes, you're going to be boosting to move around a lot more. But for me, trying to do that just wasn't working. I realized I had to slow it down a bit. I would get caught in midair with no boost left, and I would just be a sitting duck for the enemy teams a lot. And even when I was at a place on the map I thought I could boost around, I would still manage to get myself caught out. So if similar things are happening to you, really try to ease up on the random use of the Exo Boost so that you can make sure that you have it when you need it. And even try to take advantage of enemy players that are being careless with it, and try to catch them in bad spots. Because like I said, you can still move around the map perfectly fine without the Exo Boosting. And actually right here in the gameplay, I use the Exo Boost effectively to close the distance with a shotgun, get a shotgun kill. And then a few seconds later, I use it after another kill to Exo Boost away from the doorway, because I thought another enemy player might be coming through. Now unfortunately, even though my boosting was good, my ammo control was not good, and I end up not having enough shotgun shells, and I run out of ammo in my clip and I die, so mistakes are still going to happen. But another thing I've found since changing the amount I use the Exo Boost is that it's made me less frustrated when I play. What would happen a lot is I would be getting shot at, I'd try to boost away, only to hear the clicking sound of me not being able to boost yet, and then me dying. So not a lot of fun, but luckily it has been happening less recently. And I believe coming up right here in the gameplay, I'm almost able to use my Exo Boosting to get away from this guy with a shotgun, but he's just in close enough range to get the kill on me before I can put enough shots on him. I was still a little bit too hurt. But anyway, the final good thing I've found about using the boosting less is that I don't feel the need to use blast suppressor on all of my classes. Early on in the game, and I think even in a video that I made, I talked about how I had blast suppressor on just about every class, but now that I'm boosting more sparingly and only using it when I need to, it actually frees up spots on my created class to add other things. So whereas I used to have, say, blast suppressor and toughness, now I just have toughness, and I gain 2 slots for other things from not having blast suppressor or perk 3 greed. And I think on this class I actually use those slots to add a 3rd attachment to the BAL just to make it even more powerful. Why not? So again, if you are struggling in this game and you feel like the Exo Boost is hurting more than it's helping you, and you never seem to have it ready when you need it, try using it less for moving around the map so that you can use it more effectively. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like rating, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.